People in the comment were saying like, oh, like don't sue her family, they worked for it, and only go after the girl. I'm sorry, but dude, I really don't give a fuck because at the end of the day, parents are the fucking people who raised her. Save your sob story about how hard mommy and daddy work. Don't come after them and sue them for their money. Save me the fucking sob story. Call me a piece of shit, whatever. I'll take it. But your daughter can't go around disrespecting people, literally assaulting people. That is not gonna fly.
So we got this uprising Zoomer star, Clavicular. A lot of people have opinions about him. He is controversial, yes. But recently, he has become an educator. He is trying to educate the Zoomer generation. And here we have the event that triggered this. He was at the nightclub, and he was talking with this mademoiselle about women's rights. And Clavicular had this revolutionary idea that women shouldn't vote, right? So, like, he brings the masculinity into the bar, right? Like, he brings the huge cock and balls, the patriarchy, and confronts this lady. This lady is unable to keep her shit in check, right? Like, she's not used to controlling her emotions. She's not partaking into the stoicism philosophy, and she basically allowed them to trigger her, right? And as you can see here, she got triggered. The emotions reached the peak. I would hate to beat this lady in traffic, right, during a road rage moment. But she basically said, I will punch you. And Clavicular said, go ahead, do it. And she did, right? So you can see here, the punch, the assault took place. And Clavicular asked for security. They said that they need to call the cops and that he is going to ruin her and her family. And you can see right here, I find this to be very interesting. Like, again, this should be in a museum. Like, future generations should see this painting because it definitely represents a moment of our age, right? Like the facial expression of the woman that is about to find out as security is escorting her out. Let me see if I can get that again. She's like here in the back. You can't really see her, but you can definitely see the eyes at some point, right? Anyway, she got escorted outside. Here we go. She got escorted outside by security. And apparently Clavicular is suing her for $1 million. And as you heard, not just her, but the parents. Now, of course, legal experts on Twitter have gathered, and they're basically saying that, no, this is not assault because he was asking for it. Because he said, go ahead, do it. Legally speaking, turns out this is not an actual invitation to punch someone. There have been similar cases in the past, and this is considered to be part of bravado talk, right? So, like, when two people are about to fight, one person that doesn't want to risk his reputation can do this thing called bravado talk, like, do it, punch me, come on, let's see. That doesn't actually mean that he wants to be punched, right? Like, that is not an actual manifestation of the person's consent. That is simply something that happens when emotions are high, when people are tense. And so, legally speaking, she has committed assault. Now, has she committed assault in the worth of $1 million? No, I don't think so, right? Because as I understand, Clavicular has not been hospitalized. An ambulance didn't take him in order to stack up those medical bills. He did not require recovery, right? He did not need medicine in order for him to feel better. He just got slapped. And while I'm pretty sure that his face is priceless, it is not $1 million worth of priceless. So, what he is basically doing by suing her and her parents is a thing that we here in Eastern Europe love and appreciate. It's called the punishment is the process, right? So now she will have to lawyer up. Her parents will have to lawyer up. And basically, this is the punishment Because in America, apparently you can sue someone, and even if you're wrong, even if you don't win anything, the person still has to pay for lawyers. They still have to end up in court. And so this lady's life has become interesting. From the position of Clavicular, I can also see why he does it. It's not just because he's the educator, he's the professor now, but it's also because it's good ratings, right? I mean, again, it's good for views. From the perspective of the lady, there was absolutely no reason to slap him, especially when you know that he is famous. Like, you're not just slapping an average Joe, you're slapping an average Joe with a camera. And the camera connects to the Twitch. And the subscribers are on his side. And so him hyping this up to 11 and making it seem like a huge deal is basically him spotting a business opportunity with this lady. But it's also something that talks about our modern culture, right? For the last decade, there has been a monumental government effort in order to eradicate toxic masculinity from society. And so academics have slaved day and night over this issue. Marxist professors, instead of figuring out how to help Elon Musk to colonize Mars, they dedicated their entire life in order to figure out how to uproot toxic masculinity from society. Journalists, they studied men and they realized that manspreading is actually a dominating effort from them to take space and marginalize women. And you have like Gillette commercials and HR ladies, and everybody in society has worked tirelessly day and night and literally slaved over this issue to uproot toxic masculinity. And men have benefited from this wisdom. Like, for example, you should never hit a lady. But unfortunately, society has forgot about women. Like, we have failed them. We have left them behind. They have not benefited from this monumental human effort. They have not managed to get the wisdom that we got. They did not understand that hitting a man is wrong. And unfortunately, I guess it's up to Clavicular to carry this burden on his shoulder. He now has to educate at least this lady and her family in order to understand why hitting a man in any situation is not okay. Because Clavicular actually champions equality, right? Like, a man can actually go through life without hitting a woman, and surely I believe it's possible for a woman to also go through life without hitting a man. I don't think like this is too much to ask. I think like this is within the sphere of human possibility, of creating a society where women do not hit men. Now, jokes aside, you know, a lot of people will say, well, hold on a little bit, right? All of a sudden, those people that say there is no difference between men and women actually notice a difference. Like, look at Clavicular. Look how muscular he is. He's like Hercules, right? He can hospitalize someone with a punch. Meanwhile, look at her. She is Chiquito. Like, she is very small. She is tiny. She's not like a transgender woman. She's like a delicate flower. Like, what harm can she possibly do to Clavicular? Well, first of all, it's the principle, right? It's the principle. Like, no man wants to get smacked, even if it's by someone that cannot do the same DPS. But secondly, I, as a person who has worked at a hospital and has seen cases of domestic battery, I can tell you that a lot of those cases happened because the woman started it. And when I say started it, I don't mean the argument, I don't mean like the situation. No, I mean the altercation. Like, the woman has grabbed the plate, threw it at the man, pushed the man, got in his face. Like, all of these aggressive posturings that a normal, sane, civilized person in 2026 progressive America shouldn't do were actually done, right? So, like, you slap a man, and what happens in that moment of passion, when the emotion boils hard, and you have the argument, well, the man sometimes slaps back. And then she's in the hospital, he is in prison, and all of this could be avoided if women also benefit from the same level of education that men do, which is to never slap another human being. It's not difficult, right? Again, you can honestly go through life without smacking anyone. Like, I have done it after I finished high school. Okay, like, high school doesn't count. Like, that's a little bit different. I'm not going to go into what I did in high school. But, like, after I finished high school, I have actually managed to successfully navigate society without smacking a single person. And so, like, if I do it, I'm so sure that ladies from America, from a nation that has more privilege and wealth and power than I do, can also navigate society without hitting men. And so, yes, no, I'm actually glad this happens, because a lot of women are going to see this event, and they may actually think, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can actually keep my emotions in check. I understand, you know, like, society has given up on women. I know the conversation on Twitter and on the podcasts and on all of that shit where, you know, like, a woman is actually supposed to be emotional. I'm on the opinion that no, I think, like, women are adults. I definitely think so. Like, I believe I can set a standard, okay? And those that fail the standard will get punishment. Is it harsh? Is it unfair? I don't care. But what happens if we do it? What happens if we put a standard? I don't care if you're emotional. Maybe you read some stoicism, lady. Maybe figure out how to keep your emotions in check. Because if we assume that women are just emotional and they can chimp out, what happens when they're next to children? Okay? So, no, absolutely not. I do think that a grown-ass woman should learn to be in control of the emotions. I'm not saying that women should become Vulcans, right? And become like emotionless robots. But what I am saying is that being in control of emotions is something that an adult does. And is something that is actually physically possible. And so I do not care if they get emotional and they spurg out. That's fine. You should be able to not slap someone because you think there are no social consequences. Because let me tell you something. A woman from the 1920s or a woman from the time of my grandma would have never smacked a man. That just doesn't happen, right? So, like, again, when standards exist, human beings that are adults, men and women, can actually comply to the standards. But the standards have to be enforced. And so, like, Clavicular here is doing a great educational moment for the Zoomer generation. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.